Mr. Remo, me who say Afenyo Markin, and Afenyo Markin, he has some selected media platforms visual. Yeah, na opese or any interviews na okoko sua e ho na oko. Ba ko pan ye Peace FM. Em say Peace FM. Kwame se fa kan show ne so no. On fe ndi agro. Ba Mr. Remo, mo aya na mo interview Afenyo Markin ni na no. Oba Mr. Remo, ewo nyame din mu. Please tell him the truth. You see, on my way I say anya ne sa, on my name kosu. See ya ho say your favorite obi a ye pena seminti no ye boni a ye nka ye pe obi aseminti ye boni a ye nka on my way enkoso te se sene aye ni na ye hwe so on my ne bekoso no. Sa Afenyo Markin ba mu anim na oba be kasa after the current happenings in parliament one. Mr. Remo, tell him the truth in his face. Mumbis and said Tiana this time around no more nyacho. And then the Afenyo Markin nam and he's trying to play the victim. Listen, yesterday I did a broadcast and I don't want to go back to those points because it will sound like I'm just repeating myself. But the fact that this has become an issue to the point where you have some people indeed trying to blame the NDC, trying to blame Alban Bagbin over whatever is going on in parliament, you know, it speaks of the hypocrisy we hey Charlie, unim, one of the things I'm itching, I say, Obia one person better take responsibility. Hey, Charlie, oh yeah, madam, for now, yes, I'll just cut you off completely. Oh yeah, madam, for oh yeah, madam, for now say why you bonny, na bonny no bien him say oh na why. Now unim say obien to me nyaw he, unim so obien to me mbo. And when I say obeji unfum so atum say Charlie my bonny mo fanche me. Now person oh yeah now this show will be now would you blame me or be now the suddenly hear me hero. Oh yeah, madam, for now yes I will cut you off completely. Me chinsadi no. And if I'm speaking on this issue and I'm speaking passionately, Mr. Momontem say, because the fact that people don't want to take responsibility in this country, no, and it doesn't even speak of just Afenyo Markin. MPP party Nangasa, they are not a party who likes taking responsibility. Let me veer off small, but I want to speak so you understand. Say MPP no, adia yedika wo mufruma no. Se wo moya boni a omo nje omo fun so ntum ye de be hye obi saa de ne na MPP for ye de twa omo funuma ye na ye tena akrom ha mahama e baaye emra na dum so mahama emra obeda na president enye ono no di dum so baaye obaaye na dum so wo ho. But do you know what Mahama did? Mahama asem o kan ne say magiatum dum so e wo krom ha, I will assume responsibility. I will take full responsibility for that. And I'll make sure I solve it before leaving power. And indeed, Mahama solved doing so before leaving power. Every single thing that happened under Mahama, Yebonechi, he accepted it. He took responsibility for it. And then as much as you dislike Mahama, you want to say whatever you want to say against Mahama, no, it is your own cup of tea. I even voted against Mahama even after he accepted the responsibility and all that, because now I've known better. Because we had 2016 and now, how many years now been? Until now, I have known better and I've seen that no. Omo amekoko di omonchia ye MPP for no, omo mom na ye nipa bone for. And clearly, so person who example la, and no near timu ende e wo krom ha, CD dollar dum so ekoso e wo krom ha. Still these people don't want to accept responsibility. Still these people don't want to accept single responsibility. Say e your more time and anyama say yesi into your more omo fum so atum. These people don't want to accept responsibility. And that is the same thing. Into Afenyo Markin nyama awoye ni nano. He is just exhibiting the tenets, the traits of MPP4. I'll say it again. Ebia, I am the one oversimplifying the issue. But mekana makambium. Yatena krom ha. Esi pen. Say, more MPP4. Embra na mo wa abamu. Embra na mo ya majority ewa parliament. Mo member efrimu. Efremu party ne menye so ofremu so wuye. Ofremu party mu e na okokọ stand as independent. Mo begina krom ha eka say article 97 tre say obi efremu as independent, ofri ni party mu ko independent a. E wo say nipa kro no ye yie konwa no. Inti mo yi nipa ko ne konwa ababeda ne precedence okrom ha. Ebie dru NDC mre omo say and they say last 4 years, some year the same thing, yeah. So this time, ye be ye a Huamusimuko apai. Hey, I was saying MPs near Chomuni, Sio Mukoto, Yesio Munina Koto. Because this is clear disrespect. These people don't respect Ghanaians. I was saying Yechiomo, near Sisio Munina Koto, Yesisio Mukoto. I'm not encouraging violence. I'm just speaking out of anger. But I want you to understand the level of hypocrisy MPP for Omo Ekra. Now Crawford way yeah, dear wave yeah. Look at them today. They are rather playing the victim. In any serious country, Nanka Afenyo Markin krana ni kwan say yamane kwan. Emma woba radio sumpo ba bekasa. In any serious country. But you know, Omo Crawford and only platforms, big platforms in this country. So me to me di boni we are omon crofo na beba ni ababe wise wo omo ni ama NDC mum na asem we aye ken inti NDC for mo boni ne sen. You see, all these things are AC no. You see what you people are doing is say mo ma ya tiase say intro bebrebe amode to NDC for so, especially Rollins. Senya mama Rollins say ye beifo wo krom ha mama ne dani beifo se wo bia wonu moja e wo krom ha no mama Ghana for ye ni na ya ba benyin ye na ya ba beti ase se e ye ntro na munim twa e na mutumi twa ntro to Rollins so ase e ya ba betena se ma ya tie ase se MPP for the omunim ye no omo be twa ntro to so and then they will play the victim, and this case speaks of that. Allow me to rant because assembly me assembly na say e ba ya chemum, but every single day me dwen wa mentias here. How is it that people with common sense, people with integrity, people who are called honorable will be allowed to be behaving this way, and you get a section of the media speaking on these people's behalf? You get a section of the media giving these people platform for them to be propagating their ideas and all that. And now them rather will be labeling NDC and Alban Bagbin say, well, no, you nipa boni ni. Adeng. Into your mind where you see a team you pen no quarry. Udo party be an nunti men can no quarry. What at all is this? How can you live like that? Because you love a political party, Obundi Bonekra, you have to support them. But I'm telling you, me, I am someone who, as MCR, I like to look at the other side of the issues. You see, I strongly believe that whenever there are issues, right? I strongly believe that whenever there are issues, there is a deeper statement than whatever is happening on the face value. I strongly believe that. Say asemsia and abibi koswa, there is a deeper statement underneath than the AC we need no. And I'm a firm believer of that analogy. Inti ya no obi ya de na nkrofo ni so eye nkrofo say sandi pako we ade awo ye no eye normal me no I look in deep ehun ni say ni pako ade awo ye no efri, and clearly MPP for ade awo mo ye, it clearly tells you that there are a bunch of people who will never accept responsibility when omo actions LDN emanyama essay. There are a bunch of people who will never accept responsibility. MPP4. And that's exactly what is happening. Me say mama Matia say another example. Me say emra na misano na me wadan fobi. Anyway, let me just not say that because it will sound tribalistic. But anyway, that's just by the way. It's Afenyo Markin is still crying. Say Alban Bagbin, Betrayal. Yankin Kain. Also during an open and heartfelt interview on Peace FM's Kokroko morning show, Afenyo Markin revealed his frustrations with Speaker Bagbin whom he accused of not honoring assurances amid a spiraling political crisis. His words painted a vivid picture of the tension and distrust simmering within the legislative body. For Afenyo Markin, the root of his dispute lie in a petition filed by Haruna Idrisu, a senior figure in the National Democratic Congress, urging Speaker Bagbin to declare 4 parliamentary seats vacant. The MPs in question had opted to run as independents in the next elections, a move the NDC saw as grounds for removal. I did not want to go public with these issues. Afenyo Markin Afenyo Markin said, sounding reluctant but resolute, but there is a point where silence does more harm than good, and the people of Ghana deserve to know what is happening behind the scenes. He recounted the moment he and Second Deputy Speaker Andrew Esiama Amoakon realized the seriousness of Haruna's petition. They feared that if Speaker Bagbin backed it, Parliament could face an unprecedented crisis, potentially destabilizing parliamentary balance and representation. Acting on his concerns, Afenyo Markin approached the Speaker, cautioning him on the possible repercussions if Haruna's requests were granted. Bagbin, he claimed, assured him there would be no endorsement of the petition, a promise Afenyo Markin clutched to, as a sign that Bagbin will remain neutral and prioritize Parliament's stability. The Afenyo Markin in some way can say, Alban Bagbin nama. The entire Alban Bagbin yi nama ya or say Haruna Idrisu started petition, or no Afenyo Markin tenasi no who say the Haruna ye nebe hadwe. Now the reason why Afenyo Markin gets a hadwe is say he's going to lose his position as the majority leader. And no. So no Afenyo Markin share adia Haruna Idrisu ye nebe hadwe into okoko hu Alban Bagbin. And Alban Bagbin can so main fee. Haruna Idrisu di adia wo ye no menso so. Enti ebeye say Alban Bagbin eba be so no we hu ni say Alban Bagbin e betray no. However, Afenyo Markin was soon left feeling deceived. Bagbin's stance appeared to waver, and Afenyo Markin, who had believed he could rely on the Speaker's commitment, felt a deep sense of betrayal. I trusted him, he said in the interview. Frustration evident in his tone. We spoke about it, and he gave me his word. He knew the risk, he knew what was at stake, and still here we are. What was at stake? And the fact that MPP4 they want to bend the law just because they know that it will go against them. No, I simply don't get it. What is wrong with what Alban Bagbin did? Is that not the precedence? Has he not followed the precedence? So because you feel that idea was NDC 4 year one better than the majority, you are so worried about it, say you're wrong. What is wrong about it? I say disappointed but determined, Afenyo Markin saw no option but to take the matter to the Supreme Court, hoping a judicial ruling might clarify the boundaries between party loyalty and independence. If I let it go, the NDC would only escalate their demands, he explained. Taking this matter to the Supreme Court was about protecting Parliament's integrity. He underscored that Bagbin had been fully informed of his plan to seek legal interpretation, yet the Speaker's apparent shift in position left him feeling adrift. You see, just as I was saying, they will try to paint a picture and make it look like they are rather the victims. So because only Alban Bagbin akwa kasa, no what else okay, they all kind of maternity, that makes you right. Me say, read Manasseh Azori's books, and I've told you, Manasseh Azori is so far the only book about Ghanaian politics that I have read. Making sense to me. And unti Asembia Babiana, I will address Manasseh Azori in the book. No, read Manasseh Azori's book. He will tell you. Saturday way I will complain to Alban Bagbin no. He even did the same. In fact, on the year NDC 4 crossing more MPP4, and you know this. Who Afenyo Markin unim Saturday way, you know, because when you were the whip. And now we are whip no, and now you were what? No, you were. I think you were the deputy majority leader, right? I think Afenyo Markin was the deputy majority leader. When you were the deputy majority leader, sa nyama we no. Munim say Alban Bagbin not the NDC 4, and a perfect example cited in Manasseh Azori's book is Muntaka complaining. Say, Emra na MPP 4 mo person mo pame Adwoa Safo. every parliament the dending because na mo pesa mo pass e-levy na adwo asafo mba nti na mo pesa mo pame no na mo de Michael Kweni neba eba be hye ho no. Look at what happened. NDC phone someone kind of said Abi, there is no need some of pame adwo asafo. But more MPP for you wanted to go with it to sack adwo asafo because of your peripheral interest, because of your selfish interest. Alban Bagbin agreed, said there was no need to sack adwo asafo because she was going through trauma, she was going through issues, and you no anepe and I would if you money more on better parliament. It's NDC for no more supporting adwo asafo. Manasi Azori writes in his book that Alban Bagbin agreed with the NDC, and he told you guys or agree with the NDC. Guess what? President Akufo-Addo befriend Alban Bagbin just after the call. President Akufo-Addo have it with Alban Bagbin. Now Alban Bagbin have wasesa na adwen. The NDC eba bedane ntokwa kese between Muntaka and Alban Bagbin, and people believe that it is even one of the reasons in here Alban Bagbin enam so and Alban Bagbin ehyasie ema yesesa Muntaka as part of the leaders ewo NDC emra no ye minority no. People believe that it was part of the reasons. Even with NDC for krano or the yomo after only President Akufo-Addo kasari ye no or the yomo, he went on with it. Meanwhile, he promised them he wasn't going to do that. And you know that, you knew that. A common money dia mu ye kum. And idea we Alban Bagbin wa ye no enye boni o. Sani amo ye ti krom ha ye de nya atwome kasa obi ye papa ni ye hye de ye ni epese ye trese ni pa kona se wa ye boni no. Idea we Alban Bagbin ye no enye boni. So let no one deceive you. Say Alban Bagbin we di boni, undi boni bia. Party. Mama yen kan no kware wo krom ha. E die ni. Je for mon trem wa comment box ni mo ha. Kedase.